Hello friends. Hello friends, the midterm exams are approaching fast. For some, they've already passed. In fact, let me know your situation down in the comments below. And, I decided to make this video, a video on how to be better prepared for them, if you will. Because when is there a better time to make such a video than right after you realize that you're probably gonna have to repeat this past semester? If you don't already know, I'm August. I'm a computer science student. I have been a student for 2.5 years now, and this was the first time that I felt so good about my chances taking the exams. So I thought I'd analyze what exactly I did so well so far this semester. I'm going to start with the basics. Not like just the basics, but the stuff you're supposed to do during the school year, not just the week before exams when you're, really cramming for it. Now, I feel compelled to mention that some of these might seem a bit obvious, if you will, but I still think it's important to mention, especially this first one, going to class. In the beginning of every semester, it's easy to go to every class. It's new, it's exciting, it's, whatever. But that excitement fades, and you realize that you might need to make a little effort to actually pass the subject. It maybe gets a little bit boring. Maybe the professor's a bit of an asshole. This little devil on your shoulder takes form in the shape of temptation to skip class. Maybe it won't hurt. Maybe I could be doing something better with my time. Maybe, just maybe, I will be able to understand the material better if I study it by myself. Stop. Just stop. That's not how it works. I'm not saying that, the curriculum or the teacher are always, fucking perfect or something. But there's a reason all these courses and lessons exist. They're connected. Going to one class may help you understand why a certain assignment has been given out. Or, another one may explain why you're studying what you're studying in other classes. Believe me when I say that I've learned the hard way that you should do your best not to skip class. It happens, but just, a little bit of effort,
Asking questions.
Asking questions has been something that I found to be super helpful. Only in the recent years since I've started to be, maybe I guess you could say a little bit more confident in myself, I've started practicing asking questions during lessons. And it's opened my eyes to a couple of benefits, actually. It makes you feel even more confident. And, it makes you, hopefully helps you understand the subject, the material better. And therefore you'll be able to ask even better questions in the future. And finally, the teacher will respect you more because asking questions shows not only that you've been listening, but it shows initiative, Even if you suck, it will show you that you want to get better. A lot of people don't really trust the internet, which I guess I understand, but it's just such an amazing tool nowadays. All they have to do is write, whatever question you want to answer into Google, and it gives you a bunch of results from a bunch of different, sources. Of course, you probably already know this. If you don't, then I don't know where you've been living so far. The reason why I think Google is, and the internet is such a great tool is because it lets you read up on certain subjects from the points of view POVs of different people. For example, maybe there's a concept that you can't quite grasp from what your teacher is explaining, or your manual or whatever the hell you call it. Your books, the way it's explaining. But maybe there's a video on YouTube of some 9-year-old that's like a genius and explains it in a different way, and suddenly you're gonna understand everything. That's how it was for me with C pointers. And, they can be a little bit confusing. I know fellow coders out there can relate. Hopefully, if not, then I just call myself stupid. But anyway, now I can understand them very well. And, I'm able to, write better code. Okay, so you've done your best to study as much and as efficient as possible so far. And now the exams are coming up. So how do you proceed? Stay tuned, the answer might surprise you. Examining last year's questions. Personally, this is, from my experience, the best way to prepare for specific exams for a few reasons. First of all, the structure of the exams is oftentimes very similar from year to year. So, examining last year's paper will show you what you need to know exactly. Depending on your major, you might learn what kind of theorem or formula you're supposed to know, or what kind of exercises you're supposed to be able to solve. And second of all, doing the exercises in the paper, and if there's corrected versions, comparing them, it might just show you how prepared you are for said test. And finally, this is, my favorite part, so to say, it will mentally prepare you for what's coming. You'll know how prepared you are, you'll know what you need to know, and most importantly, when you show up that morning, it'll save you from going, whoa, when that piece of paper is put in front of you. That was this. Close. I am quite independent, if you will. So I don't really do in-person study groups, but I have found that sometimes just asking my classmates for their notes or for their view on something will help me prepare. It's just about seeing a certain opinion, so to say, from a different point of view. So sort of like searching for answers on Google, except that this person has followed the same path as you and is at the same level as you. So, in some way, it might even be more helpful.
Healthy lifestyle.
Leading a healthy lifestyle is important for better results at all time, but especially before the big showdown. I understand that I might not be, the best role model for this, but believe me, you don't want to get a hardcore headache right in the middle of the exam, or I don't know, projectile vomit all over the place halfway through the exam. Anyway, be careful what you eat and how you live your life in general. The days coming up to the exam, you might be tempted to stay all day inside and study nonstop, or stay up late. But don't forget to take breaks. Go outside, take a walk, drink enough water. Don't let the stress of the exams week win. Your brain will be able to better retain more information in less time if it's well rested. Actually, one more thing that I forgot to add is tutors. Don't be embarrassed to ask for help. Whether it's from a colleague, or just paying a tutor to help you out with a certain assignment, or preparing for a certain test, or just to understand a certain concept or subject better. There's plenty of tutors nowadays. Even like some of the best tutors are just students that are like at a higher level. Like master degrees, teaching for bachelors, and doctorates for masters. You get the deal. So yeah, there's even a lot of them good ones online. I'll leave a link down below for a Discord server that I know has had plenty of satisfied customers, and just yeah, um, go there if you want. Finally, some extra tips that I can give you would be to go to the few classes right before exams, since a lot of times teachers will organize some sort of like recap session the week earlier. Try to be present, because it personally, it helps a lot for me, because the teachers usually know how to prepare you for an exam, and also try different learning techniques, like maybe an app like Quizlet, or flashcards, or maybe there's some sort of like quiz at the end of the workbooks, and help you figure out what works for you, and just training in different ways is also very important. And don't forget to go through your notes the morning of the exam. Or, well, I mean, not everybody does this, but for me personally, it kind of helps. I think, sometimes like I'll just go through my notes right before the exams, and I'll see something, and it'll be stuck into my memory, and then that thing will like be on the exam paper a lot of the times, and it helps me. I don't know, I guess it's not like the most important thing you should do, but it helps me, so it's not that hard, so you might as well. Finally, a very special one for me. Some people prefer to drink some coffee or eat some chocolate before a big test, get that caffeine going. Personally, I prefer cocaine. Doing cocaine just puts you in that spirit of getting shit done, It's part of a group of drugs called uppers, aka stimulants, so you'll be satisfied. Just kidding, I don't do coke, obviously. Another thing that's obvious, the fact that this video is over. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Click here to watch a video of the iPad Pro, the device that I use as a daily driver at university for taking notes and stuff like that. And click here for a video on journaling, the habit that's made me better. It's helped me become better. Not just in school, but in life. See ya.